Hello everyone and welcome to Race Space. Tonight we are going to Lohek for the fourth round of Season 4 Rally Fighters. Joining me on the stream tonight is Ratek. How's it going, Ratek?
Good evening. How are you doing?
Good, good. And we're also joined by Berries. How's it going there, Berries?
Oh, good tonight, yeah.
Yeah, let's hope your internet holds up, because we haven't been able to
Yeah.
speak to you in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on stream.
Okay, I'm just double checking that the streams seem to be working. I think they did. I could see them come through somewhere, so that's good. Alrighty. So Mark is racing this first one, so he'll probably go quite silent. Berries is also racing it there. So they're likely to both go silent. I'll be commentating the first one. For those of you that didn't catch my name, it's K9 or Kyle. Cool. Just got to change myself to director so that we can start. And that is everyone in the race. Alright, cool. Let's do this. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep. Ready,
Ready
Mum?
to get the show on the road. All thumbs up. I didn't end up getting too much practice in for this, so we'll see how this goes.
I'm sure you'll be quick. Alright, we can see the map there while we're loading in. Very interesting Joker on this track. Not the slowest of Jokers. You can still put in a pretty good lap time going through that Joker if you get it right. So we'll see what the guys can do tonight. We'll see how it goes. It's a bit of a dangerous entry to that Joker though, if you try to take it when you got cars behind you. So hoping there's not going to be too much carnage and that we see some good racing. Alright, so we got a newcomer here, Rainmeister. You've seen him in the GT3 series before, where he races in the Bentley team. He's in that red and white Mini there to the right of our screen. Barry's returning in his VW. He's won a round already this season, winning in Dirtfish. Radtech there in the Excite Mini, the black and green color. He seems to be on the back row there with Rainmeister, two minis slightly behind. And Kento in the Honda, sitting there on the outside, going into turn one. And they're off. Good launch from most of the cars there. Barry's holding it into turn one. He comes out of that corner first. Very close there between the guys. You can see now this is where the Joker merge goes. So it looks like Ratek playing it safe, taking his Joker while Kento ran a bit wide there. Barry's taking the standard lap. You can see the Joker's put Ratek out in third place. Ratek right there behind Kento though, so bit of action sure to come. Kento running it wide into that up the inside by Ratek. Beautiful move there. So Kento decides last minute he's going to take the Joker lap. So that's what the Joker lap looks like. First time we've seen someone on camera take that Joker. Rainmeister now in fourth place. Kento just overtaking him there. So Barry is leading the pack here. He still needs to Joker though, so he does Joker now. He's going in. Where is Radtech gonna join here? A little further behind there, you can see him in the background. One more lap to go. Barry's looking pretty comfortable there, having taken the Joker. He's just got to hold on to it. Kento looking pretty strong here. He's keeping up sort of with Mark there. You can see he's definitely been improving as the season's been going on. So Berries crosses the line in first. We got Radtech finishing there in second. Kento over the line now in third. And Rainmeister, new to the series, I'm sure he's going to improve as he goes. Always nice to see a new face though, and he crosses the line in fourth for his first ever race of Rally Fighters. So for those of you watching this stream, we do have two streams running. We've got one with the K9 name on it, which is myself. If you watched it from my stream, then you would have seen that from trackside view. And the other stream is run by Radtech, who's also on commentary. And you would have just seen his race on his stream from his personal view. So you guys can decide which you prefer to look at. When I'm racing, it'll be my view. When he's racing, it'll be his view. And the other person will be on trackside cam. How did that race go for you guys?
Yeah, it was a good safe race at the front. Luckily got a good start, so that helped.
It looked pretty solid, didn't look like too many mistakes were made.
Yeah.
I had a slight technical issue myself.
Is it?
The steering wheel decided to come loose. Anybody knows about the 300, T300? Yeah. So down one of the straights I had to retighten it and then ended up going into a wall. But
maybe just explain it on the stream for anyone who doesn't know about the T300.
Yeah, you can actually interchange different steering wheels on the base. So it's like, there is a safety mechanism which I've never really tightened up, which on project cars it doesn't really throw a problem up. But that time I was just going down and then I had a wobbly steering wheel, which it didn't really create too much problems. So yeah, you definitely had pace there, Berries.
Yeah, I luckily managed to keep it safe.
Alright, moving on to the next round now. So that was race 1 of qualifying 1. Just working our way through here. I think some of these guys, it's looking quite full, need to go. So who do we need to lose here? Berries needs to go. Sorry about that, Berries, but there's only space enough for 2 of us. Okay, so we should have in this race Marius, Shark, Dusty, and Mark. You guys will know most of these guys from the previous weeks. Dusty joined us for the first time in Spain. Really good show from him there. Very fast times, did very well in qualifying, and he also made it to the final. I think, pretty sure he did. Alright,
Yeah,
we're about to start up here. It looks like everyone is good to go. So, Mark, for those of you that don't remember, not Mark on the stream that we're talking to, not Radtech, but the other Mark that's in the Citroen, he is actually racing on a controller.
Yeah, that is very impressive.
So it is doable. We've had a few guys in the past do it on controller. It's not impossible. Some of the guys, in fact, have been pretty fast.
Yeah, it's very hard to stay consistent on the controller. That's the one thing I've noticed.
Alright, race about to start there. Mark, you're on cameras, so Just going to check there. That's Mark I was talking about, and that monster Citroen there on the left. Jacques won Spain, which was the last round, so that's taken him up to 6 wins total in his Rally Fighters career.
Sure.
He is the highest amount of wins so far in our series, which has been spread between season 1, 2 and 4. Didn't have any wins in season 3. It was a tough season, season 3.
Yeah, he came close to winning in season 3, I'm sure.
Yeah, he just couldn't get it.
Yeah, always fighting near the front though. You can always expect some fast races from him.
We got Marius here, who's also in his first season. So Marius and Mark there in their first season. Dusty, this is his first season of Rally Fighters. So Jacques, the more experienced of the drivers, sitting there on the grid. Okay, they've readied up and we're about to go. Just syncing there. What are you syncing about? Okay, and they're off. Awesome start there from Marius. If I didn't know any better, I would have thought maybe a jump start, but it didn't look like it. So he's off to a great start there. Mark doing pretty well, but running wide, so that lets the... Dusty and Jacques coming together there. I think Jacques got the worst of that. He went off possibly into the wall, but Dusty's bumper loose, Jacques without a bumper, so they both opt for the Joker lap. Running wide again there, Mark, in that Citroen, so that allows Dusty to get through. Marius also took his Joker lap, so 3 of the guys on this in this race already taken that Joker lap, so they don't have to worry about that anymore. So it's what they can do out on the main track now that counts. Dusty looking pretty strong now.
I think it does look like he's closing Marius down.
Very quickly, in fact.
Jack carrying that little bit of damage to his front bumper, and
yeah, we'll see some more of the Ford like that throughout the season, I'm sure. That bumper comes off very easily, a bit like our mini bumper. One of the cars that you don't see the bumper come off a lot is the VW. That's one that we don't see come off a lot.
German cars built strong.
The back of Marius. I wonder if he's going to be able to make a move anywhere. It is quite.
So it's the final lap now. You can see there Marius actually slightly messing up that corner, cutting it a bit, so he slowed down, allowing Dusty now to get past. Jacques going very sideways there, but holding it together still. So Dusty looks like he's up for his first win of the night.
Keeping it nice and clean.
Final corner now. He's just holding on there. And he's over in first. Got Marius there finishing second place. Jacques in third. And fourth place we've got Mark. But running wide there again. So he seems to be struggling a bit running wide. That can also be with the controller. I think the hardest part with that is feeling the drifts. And on this track you drift quite a lot. That is quite a common mistake usually that's made in this game in the beginning. There's a little bit of a bump there that you can't see it from trackside, and if you hit that bump wrong and it throws you to the right instead of taking that turn left.
Quick lap times coming in.
It's looking good. So that's end of race 2, qualifying 1. For those of you that haven't watched Rallycross before or aren't too sure of how it works, there are 4 rounds of qualifying. Each round has got multiple races, all with different people in it. Basically, by the end of the night, every participant should have taken part in each of the rounds. So that's 4 races each, with the goal being you need to get the fastest race time, not lap time. Okay, so we're just waiting on the next race guys to join. I believe I'm in that race, so this could get crazy.
Are you saying that it's getting crazy because you're going to be in it, or
yeah?
Are we going to see a nice tame Kyle tonight, or is it a fully sideways attack around this track?
Have you ever seen me not sideways?
I was just going to check. I was just checking to see whether the approach had been totally changed for the style of track.
Okay, Berries, you can jump in as a cameraman if you want for this one.
I'm on my way.
Sorry, what was that you were saying, Mark?
This track, it does. You can get some nice drifts on this track, can't you? But if you do go out a little bit wide, the surface of the track goes very loose, I'd say. And
the wider you go, the looser it gets, and the more you just sort of hang in the corner without moving.
Yeah, it's like trying to keep it right next to the curbs is mainly the fastest approach to this track.
Okay, so we need Kenny, Artem, Matt, and myself. So we are just waiting on Artem. Let me just send him an invite. I'm not sure if I did send him one already. Just make you a director, Berries. So you are the cameraman. Unfortunately, while I send this invite, you'll be seeing blue screen of boredom. Trying to avoid those as much as we can. Artem not showing online, which is strange. He's been racing for probably as many seasons as maybe Ratek, and still a bit unsure of the time sometimes, I think. Artem from Russia, you'll remember him. He races in that pink Ford, pink and blue, depending on what side you look at it. He actually did very well in the qualifying for Spain as well.
Yeah, didn't he have a bad run in his first round, and then
there was one run where his car looked a bit undrivable, but then he got it sorted and he came back and did pretty well.
Yeah.
Sure. I was having a bit of a nightmare there, so I didn't see what any of the other drivers were doing.
Okay, we're just gonna give him a minute or two. Let's send him a message.
So how are you feeling about taking on 2 teammates there, Kyle?
It's a strong team. They're busy winning the season at the moment. So it's a bit intimidating. I know that if I do manage to get in front, Kenny's going to be breathing down my neck. So
yeah, and you've got Matt, who's also very quick.
Yeah, I never count out Matt. He's also there. He's hungry for his first ever win as well. One of our drivers has been with us for a while, hasn't quite got his first win yet.
Yeah.
But as you know, Berries, it's tough to get a win here. It took you two seasons.
Yeah. I finally got my first win this season.
I'd say you're possibly at times one of the fastest of the drivers. So it's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
Alright, we're just not hearing at the moment from Artem. Not sure why, but we're probably going to have to do this without him. It's always unfortunate when we got to do a race without someone, because obviously that means for this round they'll be getting 0 points. And it's pretty tough to get a good qualifying result with 0 points in a round.
Yes, it makes a big difference to the points.
Okay, so we're gonna go. We've waited a couple minutes there. See, Berries, you sent a message quite a few minutes ago.
Yep. He did ask about the start time, and
I do remember that, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe time works differently that side of the world.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. Unfortunately, he might be late. Okay, good luck with your commentary, guys. I'm gonna jump into the race and try and not crash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good luck with the
enjoy
race,
it.
mate. Yeah, so Berries, this track, how do you find your approach to it? Do you on maximum attack, or are you kind of reserved a little bit? Do you find a faster lap time if you drive what feels in the car a slower kind of time, but it works out faster?
Yeah, it's definitely that second way. A lot of these corners, they're long, flowing, sort of fast corners for a rallycross car. So all I do is get it into a drift and then sort of half throttle it the whole way through the corner, just to keep the
Yeah.
sideways momentum. That helps actually get a lot of momentum through the corner. The full throttle method often results in barrier collisions.
That's it tends to be where I struggle a bit, but I think we're syncing up now. We're underway.
Almost ready to go.
See Kyle on pole with Kenny alongside him and T Care Bear at the back of the grid. But, Kenny looked to have the good line, but Kyle's sticking to it. Yeah, holding to it. We've got Matt, who's still nice bunch. They've cleared the first few corners, which is always tricky. And took a nice space to work. I think Matt has gone for the Joker. Yep. He's dived in there, thinking.
Nice and clean through the Joker there. We didn't lose much time at all. Yep. Oh, that's side by side. Oh no, there's a little bit of a collision. Yeah. Yeah. It's that horrible system where, yeah, they just get stuck. Yeah. Yes. Well, he's got the free track space. Oh, that looked like a little bit of a crack. Yeah. It looks like it's just a loose bumper. Yeah. It's very nice and smooth for him. Yep. Yeah, he's... Very big. Oh, he's at the wall, he's at the wall. Oh no. Hey, where are they? Oh, Carl's at the wall in the background there. Oh no, I missed that. Yeah. Yeah, such a small mistake.
Sure. Apologies to Matt there. It wasn't intentional. Our cars stuck together there. Alright.
Yeah. You just seemed to get a bit stuck.
Yeah, it got stuck and then I was trying not to crash us both into the wall, and then he seemed to clip the wrong way and rotated in the wrong direction. But he ended up beating me anyway. I was running so many of the corners wide. I wasn't doing that in practice. So that's going to take some getting used to tonight. I'm sure everyone is feeling the same. Alright, so that is qualifying 1 over. I'm pretty comfortable with that.
Oh, he just made a mistake in the last lap.
Oh, damn. Maybe I could have won. Okay, so we're on to qualifying 2. I need to go nowhere because I'm racing again. Can you believe it? So it's me, not Radtech Mark, the other Mark, Berries, and Paul. So the Rainmeister is here. He's just got to get in his car. We got Mark is in. Berries just needs to be there. I'm going to make you a director. So you will be cameraman and broadcaster there. And Matt is the weakest link. Goodbye. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's looking right. Okay, guys. What do you think is going to happen in the next round? Do you think the guys are going to go faster?
I definitely think there's some faster times to be done.
Let's see.
Qualifying 1, there was 0.02 of a second between the top 2, so that was very, very close.
Sure. Well, we're both racing now. We'll talk about the actual times after this race.
Yeah.
Mark, take it away.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
Mark's gone quiet. I can't hear him.
Can you not? I can still hear him.
Is he there?
I might have a bit of an issue. Yeah, I can hear him.
Okay, I can't hear him.
Oh, that might cause...
Yeah, no one's going to hear it in my stream, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
his stream should be fine. So my stream will go silent, I guess, for commentary this round, but we'll sort it out in the next interval.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mark can hear me, but Mark, you're going to need to leave the party and come back so we can sort out this thing. Just let him know if he can't hear me, Perez.
Yeah, he can hear you, I think.
That was unfortunate. I thought I had a good start there, and then I got stuck behind the barriers.
Yeah, I don't know. I try to keep as far to the inside as possible with you, and I think we've had some contact there.
Aries, can you hear me?
I can hear you now as well.
Alright, okay, that's good.
Yeah, so it's not looking good for me, Mark. You gotta sort our team out here.
It's a unfortunate bit of contact there, wasn't it? I think you decided to go for your Joker as well, hadn't you, Kyle? And,
No, I went Joker first. I was in front.
Yeah.
I thought I had enough speed to do it, because I looked at my mirrors and it didn't seem like you were that close to me.
Yeah, no. I don't know. It's just.
Anyways, next race: Kento, Mark, Artem, and Matt. So, Mark, show us how it's done.
I can see Artem has joined us now, which is good.
Yeah, he's in. Kento and Matt. Matt, Kento. Okay, so you're gonna go cameraman. I'm gonna go broadcaster. And that's looking right. Okay.
Alright, guys, I'll leave you to it.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Enjoy it.
So just while we're loading in now, you were talking about the fastest person from qualifying one.
So yeah, it was 200th of a second between first and second, and I got the fastest time. I don't know how.
Oh, nice.
But it was myself followed by Dusty.
Oh, cool.
I mean, Marius got the third fastest time.
So strong run for the VWs.
Yeah, it was a good start.
Just loading up. And there's that pink Ford we were talking about. Pink on the left, blue on the right. That's his right, not our right. So Matt TKB there sitting on the pole position. So that's a good spot to start in.
Yep.
Spinning his tires there and he goes.
Bad start for Artem there. Oh no, there's a collision.
So Artem tangles with a Mini. Luckily Ratek not coming off too bad there. Artem on the other hand into the wall. Got Kento going Joker. Ooh, that was lucky from the two of them. That could have gone a lot worse.
It's looking very close, yeah.
So these two haven't taken their Joker, but probably not the fastest from the two of them because they had to worry about the other car in there with them. So
yeah, looks like
all three back guys with their Joker. So only TK Bear now to Joker. He has the space to do it now. It's not much of a time loss to take it if you get it right.
Yeah, if you get it right on this track, you're looking at losing around about a second or even less if you can get it really well.
Nicely done there from the two of them. I think Ratek is probably a bit faster here, so he's going to be waiting for his moment to get through. Yeah. There goes the Honda bumper coming off.
Too many times just tapping that wall on the insides.
Oh, looks like Mark's glitching around there, so he might disconnect from this race. Not sure where he is at the moment.
Oh, now he's
It's
back.
come right, so he's back.
So
Care
keep
Bear
good.
just having come out of his Joker lap by the look of it.
Oh, and Ratek's got past.
Ratek through there on Kento. Lots of spider webs on his windows. I don't know if that's from his lag he had earlier or if it really happened, but not easy to drive when you've got all the cracks on your window, especially
Yeah,
from
it could
cockpit
be.
view.
Yeah, it could be from his collision earlier with Artem.
So we got Care Bear coming to the end of this lap now.
He's had a good clean run, so this could be a good time.
And last corner he's over the line in first. Ratek sending it round that last corner. Finishes second. Kento giving it even more of a full send there. That was impressive.
Very
And
sideways.
Artem, very sideways there from Kento. Very cool finish.
Ooh, and that looks like the fastest time on the night so far.
Well, he had the space. We know he's fast.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see. Maybe, I don't know if you can hear Mark. I can't hear him.
I can't hear him yet.
I'm
Oh,
back
yeah.
now. Can you guys hear me?
Did you have some connection trouble during the race?
It didn't seem to be from my screen, but I could hear you guys talking about. I was glitching around
For
a
like
bit.
a second or two, you jumped all over the track. We didn't know where you were.
Right.
Okay, so that was race 2 of qualifying 2. Going into race 3 now, we need Jacques, Kenny, Dusty, and Marius. So Dusty's here. Kenny is here. We need to get rid of Care Bear. Jacques is here. And Autumn needs to go. Jock, Kenny, Dusty, and Marius. So just waiting on Marius, and he has joined. Just let the guys ready up in their cars. There you can see him in his yellow polo there. Alright, I believe that is everybody. So from what you've seen and who's racing now, how do you think this is going to go? Mark?
I think, I mean, like Dusty showed a very strong pace, but I mean, like these, probably, I mean, like you've got 4 very fast guys there, haven't you? And I think grid position will definitely play a big part here. Whoever can break out them first few corners.
It is a
Probably.
very strong lineup. So this is the guys from Spain that were basically the top guys in qualifying 2. So Jacques won that one, Kenny second, Dusty third, and Marius fourth. So it is a strong pack.
Yeah, definitely is.
Dusty there at the back on the outside, so that's going to be tough for him to work his way through, but he did overtake Marius earlier in a race. So he can definitely try and do it again. Jacques there on the outside at the front in the star-covered Ford Focus, and we got Kenny there on the inside. So Kenny probably got the best starting position there. He's spinning his tires. I saw Matt did that earlier as well. Must be a team thing.
Had a good start there.
Very good start from Jacques.
He used to get a good little bit of a gap, hasn't he? A little bit of a breathing space. Kenny. Dusty must have gone through his Joker.
Dusty is in the Joker there, so he's on his way through. It's going to put him out the head of Marius by the looks of it. No, he slots in right next to him, so ooh, bit of contact, but he recovers. Also the only person to have jokered so far, so he's likely to get through on Marius when Marius jokers, I would imagine.
I mean, you got Kenny applying, I'd say, a bit of pressure there to Jack.
Kenny takes that Joker lap, so does Marius. Marius following him through there. It looks like it's going to be quite a good one from both of them. Kenny doesn't lose much time at all, right behind Jacques again. Marius just on the back of Dusty there.
Yeah, so Dusty managed to put in a good lap and get past him when Marius took his joker there.
Ooh, Marius just slid a bit too much. Lost control of the slide a bit there, I think.
I think Jack's gone
Jacques
for his
taking the
joker
joker there, very sideways through that section. Quite an impressive looking joker. And Kenny gets through. Maybe just a bit too sideways there. Going on to that final lap now.
Dusty's onto the back of Jack as well, so he's put in some fast laps.
He has. He's definitely... It makes you wonder if he hadn't...
Kenny.
And all three of them into the back of each other. So this Marius might get through. He does. Marius through. Yeah. So he's in first place. What a turn of events here. So what was looking like three of our fastest qualifying times might not be.
You can hear a little cheer from Berries there because Marius being
running it wide and he spins. So Jacques back through. Dusty gets through without any collisions, so Jacques finishes first, Dusty coming around in second, Marius in third, and just behind Kenny. So Kenny from front to back in seconds.
That was a very eventful race, wasn't it? I mean, we just saw, I think Kenny had made a first mistake, whether it hooked on the curb a little bit too much and put...
Either that or just a bit too sideways. Sometimes if you enter the corner like sort of backwards, you lose your momentum and you just come to a stop.
Yeah.
And then Jacques clipped the back of his car with his nose, and then Dusty did the same to Jacques. So I think Dusty might have helped Jacques get round again though, because Jacques recovered pretty quickly.
That was a very entertaining race to watch.
Lots of action on that last lap. Let's see if we can see as much action in the next race. So on to qualifying 3, round 1. We've got Matt, Kento, Mark and Paul. 3, round 1. We've got Matt, Kento, Mark and Paul. So Matt's staying here with his thumbs up. It's good to see that he knows when he's racing. Okay, Mark joined there, just getting his car. Kenta also in. So we are only waiting on Paul. Where is that nice looking Mini?
I mean, I must say, when I was following Kento before, he seems a lot more stable in the car.
He does look a lot more comfortable now.
Yeah, I was struggling to make a move on him. Fortunately, he just made a little mistake and went wide, allowed me to get up the inside. But I mean, the guys that have just, that started the season, you can see how they've already progressed straight away. I mean, Mark's another one. He's, as you said before, he's on controller, but he's getting a lot more comfortable in the car as well.
Alright, let's launch. Looks like everything is in order. But this should make for an interesting race. Looking forward to see how Paul improves. Rainmeister, how he improves during the evening.
I think I was on board with him. He was in your race, I think, wasn't he? One of your races?
Yeah, the one where I got stuck wedged between the barrier.
Yeah. It was an unfortunate place to get stuck as well. One of probably the worst places on the track.
So there he is in that white and red Mini. He's on the outside in the front. It's not a bad starting position. You just got to be careful of that guy on the inside, which is Care Bear, who we saw earlier took a pretty comfortable win, so he might do it again. Very good start there from Kento, but he runs wide. So we've got Mark and Kento now on the back of that Mini. That Mini's got a French flag on its roof there. Did you see that? So it's,
Yeah.
he is a South African, but he's got a French flag for the French race. Perfect time to join this season. K-Bear looking very comfortable here. I think this is his to win or lose. Mark looking good there. Mark's teammate Matsutsi couldn't make it this week. His PlayStation broke the other day. So hopefully he'll be joining us again soon when he's got it sorted. Ooh, running wide there is Kento. And Rainmeister going into the wall. Very sideways there, running wide. You don't really want to go that wide, because as you go wider, as we said earlier, you start to lose your traction a bit more. Pretty good race though at the back here.
Yeah, they're having a good battle. I mean, Kento's jokered. So you can probably say he's going to take the track position once Rainmeister goes in.
I think he's going to go now, and he does. So we got Mark and Rainmeister taking that Joker now. Mark's going to get out ahead of him. So where's Rainmeister? Rainmeister on the back of Kento. So if no mistakes are made, we're looking at this as a position. But Kento is moving that car, so he might even get on the back of Mark there.
Good battle between these. I mean, they're pretty rarely in there.
Rainmeister not doing bad at all. To be Mark wide into that wall, so that allows Kento through. I see Rainmeister keeps running wide there and hitting that wall. Very dangerous. Ooh, Mark runs wide and they collide there. Rainmeister gonna take him up the inside again. That's what I was trying to explain there. When you hit these walls pretty hard, sometimes it spins you the entire way around. You bounce off the wall, and that's the risk that you run, hitting the walls hard. So Rainmeister there needs to be careful of that one that he keeps. He did it most of the laps I saw there. It's just something to be careful about, because you don't want to bounce off that wall. Happens very often.
Keber got out in front and just had some clean laps and clean air to do it, didn't he? But there was definitely a good battle between them three there. They put on a good show there. It's just unfortunately you got that running wide. I mean, I always suffer on lap 4 as well with the rear tyres heating up. You're losing that much grip as well, aren't you?
I think it's also a Mini thing. These Minis seem to shred the tyres a lot quicker. The Mini has the most horsepower out of all these cars. The Mini being 600 horsepower. The next most is the Citroen with 590, and the Honda that we just saw Kento running is 570 horsepower. The Ford's 565, and the VW 560. So there's a little bit of a variation there in horsepower. I'm wondering if that's not to do with the tire wear and stuff like that. Maybe just a bit more wild.
I have been battling with tire wear here. Normally I don't.
So we need to get on the track now. We need Ryan, Artem, Marius and myself. Another one with berries.
Yeah, I'm finding myself in all the earlier qualifyings after the last race.
I'm scared of that Joker lap now. Don't know if I want to take it again.
I'll be going wide. I wasn't expecting you to take a joker from the first lap when you're in the lead. It's not a normal route, but yeah, it was your right away.
Okay.
This is in. Just awesome.
Just waiting for Marius to get his right car there and waiting on Artem. Just sending him a message.
Okay.
So it's looking interesting. How are the points and standings looking there, Berries?
So in qualifying 2, TK Matt took the win. And because of that collision that happened with Kenny, Jacques, and who else was it? Dusty, I think, or someone.
Dusty, yeah.
Yeah, the three of them, they got worse times than they should have. Because if they hadn't had that collision, they probably would have finished in the top 3 in that round. Unfortunately, they finished a bit lower because of it.
It's what happens when you drive in a train sometimes in this game. Even in real life, to be honest. Someone in the front makes that mistake, and it affects everyone in the train. Okay, we've got Artem here, just waiting for him to get in that pink Ford that we all know. And he's in. Okay, Mark, take it away.
Okay, best of luck, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So yeah, this next round is going to be another interesting race. You've got some fast boys there. Any of them can take the win. So it's going to be down to basically start position. I'd say, and just keeping a clean race. That's going to be key to setting the fast lap times and overall time. So hopefully now everyone's kind of relaxed a bit more. You've got a couple of races out the way. Whether they need to just change a couple of setup items, they can do that. They've got a chance, and then we'll see how they fare. So Kyle there, I'd say with a good starting position, that inside, I prefer that myself. Artem joins him on the front row, and Barry and Marius the teammates on the rear row. I'd say I think Marius has had some super fast starts already tonight. So, see how he fares in launch 1. Again, the 2 Volkswagens, mega starts by them. The definitely shot off the line. Marius filled the wide arc and it's just got all that a shape. It's allowed Carl's on the outside of him. He's filling him behind. Got Berries and Marius, so it's about 40 times for them. They've moved to the back row into the lead in second place, which you couldn't ask for anything better than that. Totally different lines there from Berries and Marius around that corner. Whether that is each style, Kyle you can see has got past Artem now. So that's good to him. Hopefully you can just keep it clean now. His head down, he's not too far away off there is quite Artem following him wide on the corner, he's line. Artem, you can see the difference between the minis and the Fords, how they take them corners. Back to Berries, nice and clean. Berries is not too far back of him. Both of them boys clean under control. Kyle is still in third with Artem, not too far behind. Not coming up on my screen anybody's joker yet. We'll check whether Marius has dived into the joker. They're out to the merge now, whether still managed to hold their position. Kyle just wide, but he's okay, and Artem's keeping a safe distance there.
The new personal best. Great job.
Berry's back at the front. He's just putting in the laps. Oh, we can see Marius there. He's just made the same mistake, the same corner with Kenny. We sure things. That allows Kyle and Artem both to go through. Oh, again, contact there, but Kyle can get back on it. Artem misses the entrance. That's Artem has done his Joker. That's why that contact happened there. Berry's he's finished. Artem is now in second place. There's Joker. Carl, he's there in third. And then Marius unfortunately made a mistake and dropped some positions. But unfortunately a bit of contact, same place again for you, Kyle.
Yeah, I can't seem to Joker without getting punted tonight.
Yeah, it's I mean Artem, I'd say, yeah, missed the briefing, didn't he, before?
Yeah, a lot of guys not paying attention really to what's going on, because if you check, you can see in the race who's jokered and who hasn't, and being the last lap, that's why I waited that long, was to just make sure that everyone knew.
It's a clear indication if it's... You know where he's going to be going, don't you?
Anywho, so it looks like I'm not going to be setting any times tonight, unfortunately. So it's up to you, Mark.
I don't know. Don't apply the pressure. Have you seen the list of people that I have in the next one?
We got to get Jacques, Dusty, Mark, and Kenny for the next one. So that's going to be qualifying 3, round 3. Most of the way through now. Jacques, Dusty. Okay, so Barry's his cameraman. We got Dusty Redtech, Jacques and Kenny. That is correct. Let's see what you guys can do.
Yep, cheers, man.
Good luck.
Now,
Good luck,
hopefully
enjoy it.
concentrate on this one.
A lot of fast drivers in this race.
Yeah, these are the fast guys again. It's the guys that won the qualifying in Spain. It was Jacques again. So he had a very good run in Spain for qualifying and winning the final.
Yeah.
But we're in France, so it's a new track, new challenges. Let's see how this race goes.
So it looks like we got Redtech and Kenny on the front row, with Jacques and Dusty on the back row. One person who always gets good starts normally is Jacques.
Redtech usually also gets pretty decent ones.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah, see what the guys on the outside can do.
3 race winners here in this race.
Side by side.
No crash yet, so they've made it through that section. Very well done by them.
Oh no, there's a
Little bit of a bump, but it's fine. So that lets Dusty slip up the inside. 3 cars into the Joker now. This could be dangerous. Let's see what happens now. Nobody making a mistake, so they're all through there. Look at that train.
Yep. Going to be interesting to see if Kenny can pull a gap, because he's going to still have to do his Joker.
Kenny now having to do the Joker, so let's see when he's going to do it. If I was Kenny, maybe
Ooh,
save
he's
it till
run
the
very
end. But
wide.
he's running wide here, so that allows Dusty now to get up his inside. Dusty's through. Ratek into the back of him, nowhere to go. That's actually now allowed Jock to slip up the inside of Ratek.
It's very close here.
So Dusty with the advantage here. He has Jokered already. But we know that sometimes taking that Joker isn't too slow either. So
Yep.
if Kenny gets a good one and Dusty messes up the main lap a little bit, maybe they might merge together.
Let's see if Kenny takes the joke on this lap. He's probably going to come up behind Jock if he does.
No, he's going
keep
to
going.
leave it for that last lap. Probably the same thinking that I had, which didn't help me anyway in the last race. But when you're racing, you can see who's taken the Joker lap if you check the names, and it's easiest, I suppose, if you leave it to the last, because if anyone's actually paying attention, they'll know that you have to Joker.
Okay, let's see what happens now with Kenny and the Joker. Oh, it's an interesting line to come into the corner. I think Shark's going to just get him, but it's probably going to be quite close in the exit. Oh, very clean Joker.
You can see
Yeah,
side by
Kenny
side almost.
goes-
Kenny
Oh,
out just
got it
ahead.
right. Very good Joker from him. Didn't lose much time at
So
all.
Dusty over the line in first, Kenny finishes second, Jacques right behind him in third, and Ratek just finishing there in fourth, running very wide into that last corner.
Full send through that last corner.
In the Mini it's always full send.
That is a very quick race time from Dusty.
In the 35s for best lap. That's
Yeah.
impressive.
It's 3 seconds.
Yo. So he's one to watch. I reckon Dusty is a possible race winner this season, maybe even more than one race.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think he's going to be challenging for a lot of wins this season.
He's one to watch. Okay, on to qualifying 4. That was the last round of qualifying 3. So race 1, Kento, Mark, Marius and Paul. Not you, Mark, you get to take a breather.
I need one after that. And it's just not coming together for us tonight, is it, Carl?
Yeah, it's there. I can't even do the Joker without getting a kick up the ass. So. But yeah, let's see. It's been a better night for some other people. Dusty doing really well.
Yeah, definitely.
If he can keep those times up, I reckon maybe even a win here for him. Even looking at him when he's behind cars, he seems to always be making time on them.
Yeah, he is. He's very quick.
So we got Kento. Just needs to change his car. We got Mark. He's ready to go. Marius and Paul is in. I'm gonna go broadcaster. You go director. And we're ready. Let's see how this one goes. This is all of these guys' final race of the night. Can you believe that we're on qualifying 4 already?
Yeah, it seems to have gone quick.
All my races have blurred into one in my mind. I can't even remember racing them. Just loading there.
So no surprises that Dusty took that qualifying 3.
I don't think that was a shocker.
Yeah.
It's nice to see a different color on the track. You don't realize when you're watching, but there's like a lot of cars that are the same sort of colors, and I haven't seen a white and red one in the rallycross.
Yeah, definitely is.
And they're off. Great start there from Mark. Mark in that Citroen is gone. He's actually in the lead. So from the back row into the lead in the first turn. Is he going to hold it here? No. Mario slips through. Kento running wide there. Kento opts for the Joker lap, so he's getting that out of the way. Ooh, messes it up straight into the wall. Probably caught a bit too much curb there, which lifted the front of his car.
Oh, if you see, Mark must have made a mistake. Good battle going on. I think these we're swapping places and quite some time.
Even with that crash in the pit, Kento's come out ahead of the other two. So
yeah,
obviously a mistake made. A bit of knocking there. Mark going sideways. Pretty hard to recover something like that on controller.
With Kento jokered already. Marius only just over 3 seconds in front.
As long as Marius doesn't make a mistake, I think he's got it. There's not much time in that Joker, to be honest. The gap looks a little big there for any surprises, unless Marius makes a mistake, which is very possible on the track. So I'd say it's Marius's race to win or lose here.
He's gone for his Joker now.
Let's watch him go through here. It looks like a pretty decent one, and he's through fine. Only person here hasn't jokered yet is Mark in that Citroen, but he's at the back, so not going to make too much of a difference. You can see that Mini has lost its bumpers already.
Mark's just on his Joker now.
Almost hitting the wall there, but just managing to save it. Full send around these last few sections.
Oh, just makes a mistake just towards the end there.
It's very easy to do that. Your car can get bogged down in these turns. Very solid there though around that corner from Kento. He's been sending that car nicely through that last section. Rainmeister now coming up to the last corner, and he's over the line in third. Mark running very wide there. I see a couple of guys just like to run it very wide there on that final lap. I wonder if that's just a bit of extra speed over the line.
Yeah. I think we should have a competition for this last round. I mean, Kento's holding the best drift round that last corner. Yeah.
I can drift. I just won't go anywhere. I'll just be too sideways. The way my races have been going, I need a decent time somewhere. Okay, Dusty is next with myself, Matt, and Ryan. Barry's we in a lot of races tonight together.
Yeah. We obviously had some similar results in Spain.
So Dusty already in the lobby there, so just waiting on Matt and Ryan.
Okay, I'm on my way.
But yeah, I knew that this race was going to be exciting. I just didn't think I'd crash so much.
It's one of them situations, isn't it, where you feel like the track offers a little bit more room and stuff, but it still shows the characters of rallycross, isn't it? You can just have the misfortune of contacting the wrong areas, really, I think, and wrong
Yeah,
situations, wrong
the worst
timing.
part is when the contact isn't even from you, though.
Yeah.
When it comes as a sudden jolt from behind. So it looks like everyone's here now with their cars. And we're off. I think Dusty is going to do well here. Enjoy your commentary.
Oh,
Okay. Enjoy your race, guys.
Good luck, everybody.
yeah, thank you. I'm going to be happy just to follow Dusty in this race, if I can.
Yeah, he's definitely setting some pace. He seems to be
Yeah.
getting even quicker as the night goes on, doesn't he? So best of luck, Berries. Hope
Yeah,
it's a
thank
good
you.
one to finish on. So yeah, as we say, this last round for these guys, last race for these guys is going to be key to securing some good points for the rest of qualifying. You got Dusty, Kyle, well K9, TK Bear, and Ryan with Berries. So you got Dusty, probably as we said, starting from the best possible position there, but I've said that before, and the back guys seem to launch off and prove me wrong. And the two back guys last time launched off and come through, and I think they took first and second. So you've got to look out for them. You've got TK Bear there on the front row. So let's see how they get on. They're underway. It's a pretty even break there. This time, no one really gained any massive advantages. Keeping it relatively clean all the way through the first few corners. Dusty, which is in the first position. Kyle, just a little bit of contact there going on in the background. I think I'll just go for his Joker now. See Berries on the back. There's a bumper just hanging a little bit loose. So yeah, just a little bit of contact between them guys again, which has allowed Dusty to Joker and break away. You got Matt TK Bear. He's not too far behind Dusty. Whether he can just follow him and go for his overall lap time. He's gone for his Joker now. So just see how Matt gets on through there, nice and clean, just hitting both apexes of the corners, nice drift all the way out that corner. That's probably the best way to come out in the Joker, just not hitting the back end on the wall, which you can see a couple of guys do. But being a big car, it's definitely easier probably to catch the back end. So you can see Kyle there is in third. Just a little bit wide just onto that blue stuff, but flicks it in nice, keeps it nice and tight for the next one. A little bit too tight, I think. Berries is just behind him. He's keeping it nice and clean. Shoot back to Dusty, which is no trouble. I'm sure this is going to be a super fast time from him. He's managed to break away. So whether he'll take this round of qualifying as well, his best possible chance. Matt TK Bear, you can see just a little bit wide, just onto the thing, to unsettle the car quite a bit, and then alters your line for this next corner. Doing well, having a good run. I'm sure his overall time will be pretty much up there in some of the fastest ways. As I say, that big drift, nice drift around that corner there. Holding it beautiful slide. That's what we like to see. More of that to everyone. Close them all down. So Dusty's completed the race. TK Bear's coming over now. It's finished. There's still a battle going on between Kyle and Berries. Berries gonna try and do the switch back for these last few corners. He's up the inside. It's going to be a race to the line. I wouldn't like to call that who got their nose across the front of the line on that one. It seems to be Berries just nipped it. That's look at that, 245.1 and 245.2. So yeah. It was a good manoeuvre. It was a dogfight to the end. I'll give you that, boys.
Oh, it was a fun race after that first lap.
I don't think
Yeah,
I've done a single race without getting a good knock on that corner now.
but you
Okay.
can see that the overall time for Dusty is he's
That's
done
a
what he
very
needed to in that
Race
one.
3
Yeah.
now, qualifying 4. We got Kenny, Artem, Jacques and Mark. Well, Mark,
dear.
can't go any worse than my races did.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sure a good night for the minis so far, but after testing, I can just say that I'll be driving it too aggressive in the actual races. We'll see. Right.
Got Kenny here, we got...
Dusty.
We're missing Artem again. Dusty's got to go.
Yeah. Yep. I definitely want Dusty to go out of this one with his pace. I would not be able to
Was he in that last race? I didn't even see him.
go near him. He checked out, got a good launch and got clear. He'd go.
Just waiting on Artem. I have to send him a message again. Artem and Jacques. No, we got Jacques.
Yeah.
Oh, you. That's who we're waiting for.
Even I was looking at the screen thinking, right.
Okay. Let's get this final race underway. Final race of the night. Qualifying for round 3 or race 3.
Right, I'll leave you guys to it. I'll
Concentrate. Get it
Try.
done. Take that win.
try my best. Doubt it, but positive thinking, that's what I try.
Go for it. Just loading up. Can see Shark there in that star-covered Ford on the outside at the front. Got Kenny on the inside front line. Artem there at the back in that pink Ford, and Mark on the very outside back in the Mini. Lots of Fords in this race. Can the Mini take it to the Fords here? Very nicely done through that section. Kenny comes out of all that ahead. Ooh, Mark getting a very good line around that corner. Mark takes the Joker lap. Doesn't seem to have as much bad luck as I do around that corner. Kenny now with Shark right behind him. Running it very wide there. Lots of guys doing it tonight. Kenny goes Joker. Jacques now takes a standard lap. Where are they going to merge now? Jacques slightly ahead of Kenny, but going into this turn side by side, but Kenny on the outside. So Kenny is now behind Jacques. Jacques still needing to Joker though, so it could be another switch if their times are close. Jacques takes that joker lap now. Kenny looks like he might come out ahead here. Jacques maybe making a little bit of a mistake or just slowing down a little too much. Lets Kenny take that lead back. Very equally matched, these two.
Yeah, they've got a lot of close racing going between them.
No mistakes being made there. Coming around this last sort of couple turns. And he sends it over the line. First for Kenny. Jacques crosses in second, right behind him. Third is Ratek there. And Artem not that far behind. He crosses that line in fourth. So a few mistakes there made by Artem, I think. You can see his bumper was hanging off.
Felt like a fast-paced race, but
it was quite a fast-looking race.
Impression. Yeah, couldn't make any impression.
A few position changes there between the two front guys. And that's all we have for tonight, everybody.
Oh,
so it's been
eventful.
Quite an event. I think we have, I think it's 12 guys that race tonight. 12 guys, so that means everybody makes it to the semi-finals.
Yep.
We will though be missing Mark. Can't make semi-finals, so he doesn't race that day, so it'll only be 11 guys. But then 3 of the top from each of those 2 races progress to the final.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been close tonight.
I don't think my position would be very close. I reckon I'm solidly at the bottom.
Yeah, it's very close there at the bottom. There's a lot of guys close on points from about 9th downwards.
That's all we've got tonight though, guys. Thanks for joining the stream, and we'll check you again on Wednesday night, where we will have the semi-finals, where the action will be more, and the
more cars on the grid.
Yeah, and the outcome of the races will be more important.
Definitely, it's knockout rounds basically. The 2 semis. So
cool. Good night, everyone, and thanks for watching. Cheers.